Hi and welcome to our Moroccan adventure.
My name's John.
And I'm Lou of Independent Travel Reviews.
So this is day one of our trip and we're starting in Casablanca, which is the largest city in Morocco with a population of just over 3 million people. Great quiz question this, because it is not the capital. The capital is...
Rabat.
Correct.
So join us on our tour of Casablanca. I've got a great itinerary planned and we have started here at probably the most famous site to see, which is the Hassan II Mosque.
And it is a great reason to visit Casablanca. Now it's a beautiful building from the outside, as you can see, with a stunning minaret, which is... it depends
200 or 210 meters high.
And it is really stunning, a great kind of introduction to the mosque.
But the best thing to do is pay your 140 dirhams and get the tour, because they take you all inside, upstairs, downstairs. You get an hour's tour guide and it was really, really interesting. And the inside is beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. As you go in, the tours start on the hour, starting from 9 o'clock. The advice we read on the internet was to do the 9 o'clock tour because that's the quietest one from a point of view of people who are paying individually to come in, which is what we did. It is very busy with tour groups at 9 o'clock, but your kind of individual tour was relatively quiet, wasn't it? And the lady that took us around was really excellent, really engaging, spoke very good English, and it's definitely worth paying that. You have to pay that to get in the mosque anyway, but it's definitely worth going on the tour because you do. You
can't just go in. You have to pay to go on a tour. You can't just do it by yourself.
So a few facts about the mosque then. It was built around about 1990 over a kind of 6-year period. The vast majority of the materials were Moroccan, and they clearly knew what they were doing because it is absolutely stunning. The downstairs area is for male prayer, and then there is an upstairs kind of mezzanine area which is for female prayer.
And it's also the third largest mosque in the world. Debatable, but it is the largest mosque in Africa.
And it has a capacity inside the mosque of 25,000 people, which is pretty amazing. And then there's a capacity outside for a further 80,000. That's 80,000. And that is filled up during Ramadan, which is the holy month of Islam.
So one of the fascinating things I found about the mosque was inside it's got this beautiful wooden decorated roof, but it actually opens up to ventilate the mosque. It was really quite spectacular.
Yeah, it didn't open while we were here. It opens mostly during Ramadan for ventilation. And then downstairs they take you into a kind of basement area which has the ablution facility, which is where there is a cleaning ritual that Muslims have to go through before prayer.
And the only other, there's lots of fascinating, but one of the other fascinating things, it's at night. It's really worth looking at because it's all lit up and it's gorgeous. Just finished the mosque, which was great. And now next on the itinerary is we're taking a leisurely stroll over to the lighthouse, which is over there. So just wandered around the coast to the observation deck, which is where we are now. It took about 40 minutes and you get a lovely view of the Hassan II Mosque. And behind me is the Hank Lighthouse, which is the tallest lighthouse in Morocco. It's 51 meters high and apparently 256 steps to the top, but we're not going to do those steps. Instead, we're going to the very recommended cafe, which is just over there. And what's it called, John?
Boca Chica.
Boca Chica. So yeah, let's see what the Boca Chica cafe is like.
So we're stopped off at a little cafe called Boca Chica, which is a kind of cafe restaurant right by the lighthouse. It's really nice. We're just having drinks, so we're not trying out the food. It's open long to 11 p.m. if you fancy stopping here, and then we're going to get a Kareem taxi to the railway station. So we've used Kareem a couple of times now. The app is really easy to install. It's the kind of Moroccan equivalent of Uber, and it's very cheap. So the 4-kilometre ride to the railway station is going to cost us about $2.50. That's about 25 Moroccan dirhams. Okay, so we've just been to Casa Port station to buy some train tickets and a SIM card, and we're going to talk about travelling around Morocco and SIM cards and getting money out and all that stuff in a separate video. And then we walk from Casa Port to Rick's Cafe, which is about a 15-minute walk.
So Rick's Cafe is obviously famous from the film Casablanca, even though it was not filmed in Casablanca, but they have recreated Rick's Cafe. Anyway, it's on the top things to do in Casablanca, so I'd made a lunch reservation, even though that took 3 attempts for it to come through, but I'd made a reservation. We weren't quite sure what to wear because we'd heard the dress code was really strict, but John was let in shorts and flip-flops, but it was lunchtime. Anyway, I was quite excited because I thought, oh, this will be one of the nice things to do. I knew the menu was a bit expensive for us, and I knew John probably wouldn't be overly happy, but anyway, I thought, no, let's do it. Unfortunately, as we went in, the service wasn't a bit great. They seemed quite hassled. They put us at the bar, even though I'd reserved for lunch, and I kind of said, we're here for lunch. And then there was a bit like, well, are you eating like a starter, main and pudding? Then you can have a nice table. If not, you have to just sit at the bar. And I kind of knew at that point I was losing John, so we decided to leave. But we had been recommended this restaurant, Squala, which is about 3-minute walk from Rick's Cafe, which is where we went, and it's really authentic, and we had a great meal here. So we just walked through the Medina, which I'd heard really bad reports about being, you get hassled all the time, and it's one of the worst ones in Morocco. I'm not really sure what they were on about because we weren't hassled at all. It was really lovely and pleasant, and the couple of people we asked prices with were just really friendly and didn't really bother us at all, did they? No,
I mean, it was. We asked about the price of what was obviously a fake polo, a kind of golf shirt. And that was between 120 and 150 dirhams, and then a pair of kind of Nike trainers with 350 dirhams, and the leather jacket you liked was 900, wasn't it?
Yeah, and anyway, so we've left there and we're just having a little mooch around this part of the city. We've walked along to the Mohammed V Square, which is renowned for lots of pigeons, which there are, and also a really nice fountain, but the fountain isn't working, but it's still pleasant enough to walk through, and we're now going to the Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And this is a good place to find an ATM that does not charge a withdrawal fee, but more of that in our video about getting around Morocco and kind of some of the practical things. Okay, so we left the Mohammed V Square, about a 5-minute walk to the Arab League Park, which is a lovely city park with some lovely fountains, great place to chill for half an hour or so. We then another very short walk to the Sacred Heart Cathedral, which is actually no longer a cathedral, it's a cultural centre, lovely white building. You can't get in, unfortunately, but it's nice to see from the outside. And then it was about a 10-minute walk to the Kenzie Tower Hotel, and we've come up to the 28th floor to Sky 28, which is a sky bar. Fantastic views over the city, one of the tallest buildings in Casablanca, great place to have a drink and just kind of relax and see the city, a panoramic view of the city.
Okay, so we left Sky 28 after having a really nice drink and looking at the views up there, and we walked across the road to Katia Patisserie, which we've been recommended, and it's just a real lovely local bakery specialised in Moroccan pastries and biscuits. And we met the owner, and he was really friendly and charming, so we kind of took a selection of goodies away, and we've been scoffing them ever since. We're ending our day in Casablanca back at the mosque to watch the sunset and mingle in with the locals, and that finishes our day in Casablanca.
So we've had a really good day here. The weather's been beautiful. It's about 25 degrees Celsius towards the end of April. The people have been really friendly. The mosque behind us here is an amazing, I would say probably a must-see if you do come to Casablanca. I think a full day is enough. There's plenty to do in a day, but I think beyond that you might struggle a little bit. So we're off to Essaouira on the train and the bus. Watch out for our separate video on travelling around Morocco, and then of course watch out for our next video, which will be all about Essaouira. We've had a great day here. Don't forget to follow us, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow us, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of days' time.